you, Darren, for joining us. Interview at Blog Post 360.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Can you first give us a brief introduction about yourself and your business?
Sure. So, Darren Marble, I'm the CEO of Crowdfund X. We're a fintech marketing firm based in Los Angeles, California. And we're really known for marketing Regulation A+, or otherwise known as Reg A+ IPOs. We marketed the first Reg A+ IPO to OTC Markets Group for Elio Motors, the first to the New York Stock Exchange for Myomo, also did a NASDAQ deal for Fatburger, and now we're marketing security token offerings. Some people call them compliant ICOs. I refer to them as STOs for companies like Kodak and Kodak Coin.
Thank you. So can you give us some ideas, because it sounds like a lot of you do is really marketing function for these new projects. If a lot of international projects that are started in overseas, if they want to raise capital in the United States, what are some of your advice for them in terms of strategizing their marketing message to U.S. investors?
So the first feedback is, I think the money that's coming into this space globally is really driven by relationships. It's my opinion, and I would believe it's supported by facts too. They're out there, I would imagine. All this money, $10 million, $50 million, $100 million raises, yes, it's happening online in a lot of cases, but behind the scenes there's a pre-awareness campaign, there's a pre-marketing campaign. So as an example, one of the things we've done for Kodak Coin is we've built a book. We've identified 200 blockchain and crypto funds, and in our business we mostly cater to US-based companies. These are hedge funds essentially that are actively investing in crypto. And so we have a dedicated resource whose only role is to identify these funds, which we call white spacing, figure out the contact, email, LinkedIn, et cetera, and then come up with a really strong pitch, very short and sweet and simple, a personalized message to at least get a phone call or a meeting for Kodak. And so I think it's very much relationship driven. I think the big money is coming in from funds. That would be one general takeaway. And then another is in terms of the story, which is a very important question. It's probably the most overlooked aspect in marketing and these deals in general, is I think companies need to really create a story, not so much around their product, not so much around the deal or projected profits, but they need to sell their vision, their mission, and values. And I think the most successful companies, despite however technical products they're building, technical prowess, the ability to tell a story that emotionally inspires somebody is the most important aspect of storytelling. It's also the hardest to do. So creating that emotional story and selling the vision, the mission and values, and then go to the product and the deal.
So relationship and storytelling.
Absolutely.
Cool. Second question, you mentioned on the conference just now when you spoke on the panel that the value of a project depends on the number of users that is actually using the product in the network. So what would you suggest to new projects, especially in terms of building their user base?
So community building is absolutely critical, right? So you've got your institutional, crypto funds, and then you've got your everyday Americans or international constituents that are essentially self-directed retail investors. And it's important for any issuer to curate a very tightly knit community. So now this is happening in Telegram groups and bounty programs and airdrops, which, by the way, I would encourage all issuers to retain multiple legal attorneys and counsel to figure this stuff out, because it's not black and white. Building a community, and this could be a community you start from scratch. I heard someone on a panel in Santa Clara who ran the Stellar campaign, and she talked about kind of 4 pillars for them, which were YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and one other. And each of those has a slightly different strategy and tactics to build a community. But you have to build a community, and you can also do that through paid media marketing, although now it's a little trickier with Facebook and Google and Twitter banning crypto ads. So entrepreneurs need to be very creative about how they build and curate an online community. And again, what is that community interested in? They're interested in the vision of the company. So as much as you need to sell that vision to institutional investors and funds, if you have a strong vision, it's going to be much easier to build a community of passionate supporters as well.
And how much do you, I guess because you're talking about for new investors, what the new projects, to build this community and sell their vision, what do you think is the advice for the actual owners to go about building them? Should they rely on a third-party marketing platform, or you think it can be as easy as do it yourself?
It depends on the issuer. So the reason we exist is because it's hard to build community. It's hard to raise capital online, whether it's an ICO, an STO, a Regulation A+ IPO. Occasionally you'll have a group of individuals who form a team, and one or multiple individuals on that team are talented marketers. Usually that's not the case. You might have a business person and a technical co-founder. It's kind of a common duo of founders who get together. So, the self-serving answer would be to say hire a marketing firm. At the same time, there have absolutely been multiple instances of highly competent teams and individuals within these groups that are capable of marketing the deal. And so the more you have people that have their pulse on this industry, and look to people that have marketed other deals. It doesn't have to be my firm. It could be an individual. It could be someone who's done work at Stellar, understands what worked and what didn't work there, and could be hired as a contractor or a consultant. A monthly rate or an hourly rate, that would be a smart approach. I generally think it's very important for these companies to have the marketing plan figured out months in advance. In the deals we do, on average, we spend at least 3 months planning any marketing campaign. They're dynamic, they're multifaceted, there's activities and tactics that overlap, and now with regulations and regulators, disclosure is it's never been more important. And so it's not just sending out an email to people or doing a Telegram group. There's some real fine lines that entrepreneurs, issuers have to be sensitive to. And so I would advise generally to either outsource, partner with a marketing firm, or make sure you have highly talented people internally.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So next question is, you spoke on the panel just now at the conference. The topic is, what do you think is the killer app? And you're a big advocate for games. So as advice for the new entrepreneurs coming into the space, do you think the space have enough room for the newcomers, or you think you would really predict it will be dominated by a few big players?
I think really it's up in the air. And someone asked me this the other day. I was at USC giving a guest lecture, and the comment was, if you're going to start your own business, solve a problem in a huge market. Don't go for a niche market. And one of the students said, well, I heard from one of my professors I should solve a problem in a niche market, that I need to start there because there's too much competition from all these big companies. And I said, well, that's true, but the key is to do something different. So CryptoKitties is totally different. It wasn't launched by a multi-billion-dollar gaming Goliath. It wasn't. It was launched by some developers who were very creative and built a game that was addictive and innovative and unique and viral as well. So I think there's a strong likelihood and probability that a company that has access to hundreds of millions of existing users, data, emails, and brand equity, may be in the incumbent position. But as we've seen, you can have a small group of really dedicated entrepreneurs who do something a little or a lot different and can make a big splash too.
Thank you. Thank you, Darren, for all this good advice and your opinions, and thank you for accepting our interviews.
Thank you so much. It's so much fun to be here with you.